No, not quite yet. Just give me a second. All right. Where are we up to, Tori? How was your foiling turnout?
Hopefully all right.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so x squared plus hx minus 2x minus x minus h minus 2.
Can somebody confirm that for me? For the top left bracket?
Yeah.
We're good? Okay, keep going.
And then minus bracket 2x plus hx plus 2h minus x minus 2.
I'll do this one.
Did I screw something up? I'm sorry. Oh, then I forgot the x squared. I think it was.
So the x squared, this should be x squared.
Yeah, minus the x squared, sorry.
Okay.
Shouldn't the first part, shouldn't it be positive x?
Okay, hold on a sec. Can you get it again one more time?
Well, isn't it negative 2x?
Okay, hold on a sec. Just wait. Can we read it again one more time in the second half and then we'll
Okay,
x
so
squared?
second half, so it's x, so minus bracket x squared
Yeah,
plus 2x
yeah,
plus hx
yeah.
plus 2h minus x minus 2.
Okay. So something mixed up here.
The negative 2x, I thought it was just going to be positive 2x. That's also
Yeah, that should be positive 2x.
Sorry.
Other than that, it's okay. That's a lot of foiling for anybody. Divided by, what's my denominator again? X minus 1,
it'll be x.
x plus h plus 2, is that right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to call that times 1 over h. Actually, I'm just going to put the h here. Can I put the h there? Will that freak anybody out? When you're dividing by h, so I just put it in the denominator. That's cool, I hope. Thank you very much, Tori, for the accent. That was
Sorry.
it's all right. It's all good. Matt, what cancels here now?
So you put the negative in,
Yeah.
and then your x squared is canceled,
Okay, and squared is canceled.
the 2x is canceled,
2x is canceled.
the x is canceled,
The x is canceled, yeah.
the 2 is canceled.
2 is canceled. Anything else?
That's
X H is should, I think, too, yeah. Right, because that's your x h and then negative hx. Okay. Well, that's good to me. So we're left with a negative 3h. Now, I know you guys aren't impressed by this, okay, but look what just happened. Isn't that a miracle almost? What just happened on the board? Like, isn't that magical what just did? I know it's magical, okay?
It's magical.
Math isn't magical, okay, but it's quite neat though that that happened. Please give me that. Nathan, why am I happy at this moment, please? Lots of VHs. So we're going to say equals limit h approaches 0. Negative 3 all over. Okay. And my final answer is what then? F prime of x equals? You good? What? Weird.
Right?
That's weird, isn't it? And it's almost the same answer as what we had over there. Weird. It's weird that the slopes, because that's the basic, remember f prime of x is the equation of your slope. Okay, so all it's saying is that your original function will be decreasing in the same manner that this one did there. Pretty cool, I think. Now, as far as what you guys are responsible for your test, something like this, you should be able to do. Okay? Yes, it's messy, okay, but you guys are calculus students, so I'm not worried about mess. If you need to turn the page sideways, or any next piece of paper during your test, that's fine. I have no issue with that. All right. I'm going to embarrass you here. Use writing is this big, so you'll never have to turn your page sideways ever. Okay, but for most people, though, you'll need if you need to do that, that's fine. As in, Chase is not here either. I'm going to totally embarrass Chase. I'm going to pause the video here first. So this is I'll cut this one in.
So the internet doesn't.
So are we carrying on from the...
Yeah, our title today is going to be word problems and infinity limits. That's going to be the title. Okay, infinity limits you guys used a lot in advanced functions, so just maybe one of them on your test. So I want to talk with you today. Word problems are just applications of derivatives. And if you remember, I sort of didn't, when I was sick last week, I didn't really get to tell you much about Newton, but Newton created calculus to solve problems. He didn't make it because he said, wow, let's confuse grade 12 students for the rest of their lives. The whole thing was application of math. That's what the whole thing was, okay? Just so, can anyone tell me, please? And when I say anyone, I mean everyone. What does that prime of x mean in English? Slope. It's the slope of the original function, okay? So anything that involves slope, you can use the word problem. Also, instantaneous rate of change, you can use the word problem. Tangents, you can use the word problems, okay? Velocity, you can use the word problems. Acceleration, you can use the word problems. So we played a bit just here in the first 2 weeks, I guess, that we can use that. So here we go. Say just examples. Example 1. I'm also going to put a star beside this one, because something like this should be totally doable for you guys. But please never do this. But we're going to say a pumpkin is thrown off the top of the building. Don't do this. That follows the path. S of t equals negative 4.9 t squared plus 11t plus 50. What is the speed of the pumpkin as it hits the ground? Sorry, I know I'm moving this way. Right. Now this is an awesome calculus question. Think of what we're just finding here. I'm throwing something. It happens to be a pumpkin. Let's run it as my marker. How fast is the marker when it hits the ground? That's cool. We can get that in the initial conditions of the problem. If you're taking physics, you will hopefully know this is your acceleration due to gravity close to it. This is your initial speed, and that's how high you are. Okay, right? So just by knowing those three things, you can find the speed is when it hits the ground. That's cool. Again, I'm a math teacher, so it's cool for me. What's the first thing I'm going to need to solve this question? There's 2 things I need to solve this question. Hold this up to anybody here. I need 2 things to solve this question. What are they? So I'll give you guys a comments. Right? I'm too excited. What's one thing I need to solve this question? Oh, please play along, guys. This will be a long class. Sorry? No, we don't need the height. We've given the height. We're given us the equation. Yeah. Right on. That's the number one. That's one thing we're going to need. The height is going to be this. That's my height. Okay, it's going to be S of t. So that's going to be my height. What's the other thing we need then? Oh, come on, guys. We've just been doing it for the last week. What's the next thing we need? We need this, right? Slope, which is S prime of t. The slope is going to be in the equation for speed. It happens to be S prime of t. Okay, so you see what we're doing here? We know the position of the pumpkin, which is going to be S of t equals that. All right, we'll need to find the time when the height is 0, which is a grade 10 question. And then we need to find the speed equation, which will be S prime of t. And then you're going to find S prime of whatever time happens to be. Okay? Let's start with number 1. Oh, where did I stop? I don't even remember. Nathan, I think I stopped with you. Did I stop you? No, yeah. Cecilia, I stopped you then, I guess. How do we find, okay, so when the pumpkin hits the ground, how do we find when the pumpkin hits the ground? Yeah, very good. So we just solved this equation. All right, James, go all the way back to grade 10 in your mind for a minute. How do you solve a quadratic that equals 0? You can factor it 1, yes. When I see negative 4.9, I'm not going to factor it. There's just going to be a different way. Thank you, quadratic formula. Can someone recite from memory, please? The quadratic formula, please raise your hand. Thank you, go ahead.
So b, or negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a.
Okay, now, one thing I'm just going to tell you guys here, and I can't really see this on the video. For the cost of 1 mark on your test, if you freeze, I can give you the quad formula. Okay, it'll cost you a mark. And I gave you a list of things you need to know when you get to the trig. If you just freeze on cosine law, I can give it to you, but it'll cost you a mark. Okay, I'm sorry, but this is the real world. Well, it's not really, you're still in school, but. So I need to tell you, we will need to know quadratic formula. It was a good possibility. This tech, I'm going to rearrange that and call that T, because that's technically T. All right, Alistair, can you stop some numbers in for me, please? Yeah. I think that's what you said. I missed some of that. What you said, I think that's what you said. Yes. Can I go right to the 2 answers from here? You guys are in grade 12, is that okay? You want me to work it out? I can work it all out if you want. I got t equals 4.5. That's what I got as my 2 answers. Now, I would recommend strongly you just plug that in to make sure you get the same numbers. One, it's possible I made a mistake, however unlikely. And secondly, you'll have to do this yourself on your test. So they're going to get an auto calculator in it. You're not allowed to use your phone on your test, I told you guys that, right? Okay. So if you don't have a calculator, please buy one in the next weekend. Yes. No. It's all polynomials. It's all polynomials. No, I might do one. I'll tell you guys when we put a graph on it. It'll be graph like a cubic or a quartic, like an x cubed or an x fourth graph. That'd be it. Okay. All right, how are we feeling so far? Sort of good. Which answer are we going to use, Chris?
The positive one.
Why?
Because you can't really have a negative.
Right on. This would be like I'm looking ready to throw my pumpkin. Okay, negative 2 point. I'm ready to throw it like this. Negative 2.26 would be if the parabola continued this way. Positive 4.5 is it going forward. So we're just using this one. So our eventual answer here is going to be we're looking for s prime of 4.5. Okay, that's what we want to end up looking for. First thing we need, however, though, Emma, is s prime. Can you give me the limit statement, please? S prime of t equals. Okay. I can't really hear you, but I hope you're saying this. Yes, I hope that's what you said. That's the beginning part.
Wait, is the 4. Is that related to this question?
Yeah, so we're going to solve f prime of x first, okay, and then we're going to do it. Now, why can I not just sub in the 4.5 right now? I guess technically I could. I mean, right, like technically I could. But the problem is going to be those h's are going to cause me big problems, okay? So I'm going to find s prime of t first. If I want you could have used the instantaneous rate of change, like with the a and the h's.
here as well for this question. But I'll probably word it as such, give me the expression for S prime of T, I just spell right in for you, okay? All right, Haley, can you sub some numbers in here for me, please?
It would be -4.9 bracket x plus h squared plus 11 bracket x plus h plus 50 minus bracket -4.9 x squared plus 11 plus 50 all over.
Okay, and this is a messy step, you know, there's always that messy part before it works out nicely. All right, Noah, what's the next step here, please?
Expand.
Yeah, we gotta expand this out, which I'll do for you guys, because I'm such a good human being. Okay, I'm not, but I'm gonna pretend that I am today. This is getting huge. This almost makes me feel bad about your choice assignment. Almost, doesn't quite though. Can somebody tell me where I got the 4.9 x squared minus 9.8 xh minus 4.9 h squared instantly? Go ahead.
Because you had to like sort of FOIL out the x plus h, and
Yeah.
it kind of does the whole pattern of x squared plus hx, or 2hx plus h squared.
Right on, okay. So it's like 1, 2, 1, right? For the Pascal's triangle, 1, 2, 1. If you need to FOIL that out by hand, do it, that's fine. All right, Bailey, why am I happy at this moment, other than the fact that I'm always happy?
Just these can cancel out.
Good, what cancels, please?
The negative, the 4.9x squared,
Okay,
the 50s, the 11x's.
I think that's it, isn't it? I think that's it. Okay, so I'm gonna left with then equals lim, which approaches 0, negative 9.8 xh, negative 4.9 squared plus 11h over h. Yeah, this is cool again. Look how nice that is compared to this. Like, this is monstrous, right? This is nice. Hannah, what are you doing now, please? Well, wait, so I'm gonna have equals lim, each approaches 0, negative 9.8 x, negative 4.9 h, plus 11. Things looking good, but not yet great. Brad, what's my next final answer here for s prime of t equals what?
You put in 0 for h.
Oh, crud.
What?
That's right, excuse me, did I say that out loud? I didn't use
I
it.
think the whole internet heard it.
I use t's up here and x's all through. I changed it to an x. I'm gonna change it to an x,
Wait,
all
we
right?
would lose marks if we did that?
No, because your teacher did it. Stop. Oh, what happened there? Okay, you see what I was upset about? And I said crud. Sorry about saying crud. The problem is you use t's all the way through and x's, which caused the problem. All right, Calum Bethune, I did all this work. Well, how does this actually help me solve this question? What do we do now?
Can you sub in 4.5
Right on. So I do s prime of 4.5 equals negative 9.8 times 4.5 plus 11. Calum, you're not quite done yet. If you don't mind typing in your calculator, please, and give me an answer, I'd be tremendously happy. And then Caleb's going to give me a therefore statement. Okay, now let's talk a little physics before I go to Caleb. What does a negative speed mean when I'm throwing a pumpkin? What does negative speed mean? It means it's going downward, which makes sense. When it hits the ground, it should hopefully be going downwards. Okay? All right? It should. All right, Caleb, good, therefore statement, please, therefore.
Would it be therefore the speed of the pumpkin as it hits the ground is 33.1 or whatever?
Yeah,
How do you?
I didn't give units in this one.
Would it be
I didn't say so.
meters per
Speeds,
second?
speeds per second.
Well, we don't know seconds, right?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, I didn't, in my notes I wrote meters and seconds, but I didn't write out the words.
It could be 4
Okay.
years.
So this is a good application question, okay? The only trick to this one is Cecilia saw it right away. She said, I have to find out when the pumpkin hits the ground. Right, once you have that, then you sub it in and go from there. I'm running low on time here.
Let's move on to infinity limits for right now.
Infinity limits. And I'll do some tricky ones tomorrow then. Here we go, infinity limits. I'm gonna hit pause actually. It's a good time for a break. I'll do pause and I'll do infinity limits. I see Mr.